this bill will be introduced by the Bommai government in the winter session of the Karnataka Assembly. And there are many who are up and opposing this particular bill, like leaders from the Christian community who said that this particular bill will be used to harass them. Nolan Pinto gets you all the latest reactions in this report.
Anti-conversion bill has left Karnataka deeply divided. And it all began with this statement.
ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ ಮಿಷನರಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಮತಾಂತರ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ ಮಿಷನರಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನೋ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರೆ ಹುಷಾರಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅಮಾಯಕರನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಚರ್ಚ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬ್ರೈನ್ ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿ ಮನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ, ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ಇದೆ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮನೇಲಿ ನೀನು ಹೋದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕುಂಕುಮ ಇಡಬಾರ್ದು, ಮನೇಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಆ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ರಿಂಗ್ ಟೋನ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಆ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ದು ಪದಗಳನ್ನು ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ.
The government initiated a survey on churches, their locations, land holdings and priests in charge. The BJP government's measures against conversion have emboldened right-wing groups who have started targeting prayer meets across Karnataka. On October 17th, in Hubli, right-wing groups attacked the prayer meet and the pastor. They alleged that conversion was taking place and forced the police to take action. This wasn't an isolated incident in Hubli. In this video, people can be seen barging into a place of worship and forcing people out. After that, the attackers sang bhajans. Similarly, in November, a group tried to stop prayers in Hassan, but did not succeed. With attacks on prayer meets on the rise, a peace assembly was held at St. Francis Xavier's Cathedral on December 4th, urging the government to drop the anti-conversion bill.
We pray to the Karnataka government to withdraw this legislation that they are trying to put it, and in order to have it passed in the parliament, in the assembly. So our request is kindly withdraw this, because it will not bring any good to the people at large, and very especially the Christians will surely be affected very much by this legislation.
The opposition too has questioned the government on the need for an anti-conversion law.
All of us have to unite and fight it as an assault of the Constitution of India. We are all Indian citizens. We know our rights. And why? I don't think we are protesting as Christians, but all communities have to come together and protest this anti-constitutional bill.
I've said it in my letter to the government also, it's not a wise move to target only our community. You want to know how many churches are official, how many churches are unofficial. In fact, the data was released by the minority department of the parliament of the assembly, that they know that there are 1,790 churches are there. They know it, they have the information. If there are some churches which have not authorized, please help us to make them authorized. Give us the directions how to do it, because our experience is it is not easy, and the government is dilly-dallying in many of the church permissions that we are asking. There are some places for years we have been waiting, and of course in the new rules and regulations with 20 type of certificates of the environment certificate, health certificate and firefighting certificate and police certificate, these are all bureaucratic norms that they have been created, and it's not easy for us to get all those certificates. I can understand perhaps in some places they may have constructed or they may have utilized certain buildings as churches, but please help us. to set right these matters. I say that anything that is done by force and fear and fraudulent methods is not good. I myself have made statement that I am not for forceful and deceitful conversions. But our Constitution, Article number 25, it says that I can speak about my religion. I can speak outside bravely, and there is the word also that's utilized in the Constitution to say that we can propagate also our religion. When the Constitution itself gives this much of freedom to us, why do these small groups, why these small assemblies are making noise about our what we call the conversion bogey as such? I don't think it is so easy to convert a person. Can you ever do by force? And this one, Mr. Golihatti, I have a lot of regard for him. You think it is so easy? MLA house which is under guard and protection from the police and from so many other people, that someone can just enter into his house and force his mother and his family members to become Christians. It's so easy. I am really surprised about these matters. At the most, he should set his own house in order. Perhaps if there is devotion in his house for certain things, please keep it up. And if it's forceful conversion, I will be the first one to tell that woman to go back. Please go back. Be happy in your family. Be happy with your religion. We don't want. We are running now so many schools and institutions. In Bangalore, we have more than 1 lakh children in our schools. If there is a complaint of even one child that is being converted, I will close that school. On the other hand, the new directive that the government has taken to take note, to make a list of authorized, unauthorized is not necessary. Recently the government itself has sent a directive that unauthorized structures in government lands should not be demolished. They should continue. Because in the light of harmony, we have to tolerate certain things to keep harmony among this one. But if that directive applies to only one community, if there are unauthorized constructions on my side, you will not allow it, you will not tolerate it, you will encourage the smaller groups to go and have problem. You know what happened in 2008? 13 of our churches in Bangalore and other parts of the state, they were trying to attack those churches. And at that time, fortunately, our Chief Minister, Honorable Chief Minister, was in Janata Dal. He was one of the ones who condemned it, his party condemned it very much. But now 13 years later, the clock has gone round, and he seems to be giving chances for the other groups to make lists like that and perhaps start the attacks also in some way in the future. What is the guarantee that we will not be attacked in future? I say because there are enough provisions in the government level. The minority department itself has released a statement to say they know that 1,790 churches are there. I was surprised. We didn't know it. They know it. They have the information. But now to go and stress it to say that there are some are authorized, unauthorized. How do I say it is authorized now? If I have those 23 certificates, you will say it is authorized. If I don't have environment certificate tomorrow, if I don't have health certificate tomorrow, it is called unauthorized. Is this the same standard that you apply to all the communities? Are you making a list of the worship places of other communities also? Why are you targeting only the Christians? We are a soft target. We are peace-loving people. We will not go and damage anything. We will not go and protest. Our protests are all silent protests. We take candlelight procession whenever something goes wrong. And remember that we are patriotic people. We love our country. We love our motherland. And we will do anything that you ask of us. Even if it's a strange request that you want us to help some community, some poor and downtrodden, to start another hospital, we will be more happy to do this kind of work. Please trust us. new law is not necessary. There are enough safeguards in the constitution, there are enough laws and judgments in the country in order to punish the person who have gone to the excess, who have done conversions out of force or out of deceit. Surely they should be punished, and there are enough laws. By making a new law like this, and giving it in the hands of certain people, you are taking, or rather you are encouraging these groups to take action among themselves. Today they are speaking about what's called moral policing of certain things in this one, which means police are not capable of handling them. Why do you need to encourage other groups and other people to take care of these things? Surely if there is any aberration, make a complaint and ask the police to find out and to do it. I wouldn't want to blame the government. The BJP is a good government. They have also helped us in many places, for our institutions, for our churches, etc. And I have great regard for the Chief Minister also. I also come from Hubli, Dharwad area. For 10-12 years I have been there. I have heard about him, I have seen his works. But I think some fundamentalist groups are trying to influence him, and he is succumbing to the pressure of these groups, which is not a good thing. We do what the Constitution allows you to do. You are allowed to practice your religion. You are allowed to preach and propagate, but with certain controls. This is not unlimited thing that you have to do. You have to also ask the permissions wherever it's necessary. You have also to consult the people to say how to go about. And surely the other communities, our Hindus, our Muslims, our brothers and sisters, I work for the communal harmony among us. I would be the first one to sacrifice something of ours in order to benefit someone else. So in that sense, I would say that we have to be together, and the government also should be careful in these matters, in what they say, in what they do, in what the surveys that they do. On the other hand, if there is forceful and deceitful conversion, surely the government has enough laws to take heed to it and surely go ahead. But a person who wears a cross, a person who has got a picture, who has got a book, the Madras High Court has said that the fact that they are going to the church and having this cross and this one does not mean this is conversion, does not mean they have changed the religion. This is a free country, this is a secular country. Let us all be brothers and sisters together. I think it all depends on the signals that the government sends. If the government is open and open-hearted, surely the other communities also not only will praise you, but take you to head. I don't say this government or that party and all. Mr. Archbp, he was a statesman. He was perhaps BJP party, but no one thought him or saw him in that line. He was a man for the people. We also loved him. And as I said, he is a statesman. Our MLAs and our MPs should be statesmen, not just politicians, petty politicians to place their own groups and the smaller ideals. We have to be world citizens. We have to be citizens of this country.